Does summer ever make you feel like you have to choose between looking good and feeling cool? You are not alone. When it gets hot outside, certain fabrics can start to cling and feel heavy, and then suddenly that outfit that looks so beautiful in your closet doesn't actually feel good in real life. Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the Beauty of Aging. I'm Angel, and on this channel, we talk about beauty, lifestyle, and fashion for the woman over 50 or any woman who's unapologetically growing bolder. Today, I'm sharing the pieces that I pull for when I want to look elegant, comfortable, and cool. But more importantly, I'll be sharing 5 styling principles that you can use to create that same feeling with pieces you already have in your wardrobe. It's a repeatable framework that you can use every single time the temperature soars. So let's get right to it. Fabrics are far more important than trends. Of course, it is possible to look elegant and feel cool and comfortable in summer, but it begins with your fabric choices. We want to lean into natural fabrics like cottons and linens, lightweight silks, and even breathable knits. Now, one of my personal favorites for summer is an eyelet. Eyelet is not only limited to little girls at Easter time. There are eyelet pieces that are elegant, sophisticated, and totally suitable for women over 50. This is one of my favorites so far this summer. Black and white is one of my favorite color combinations. First of all, I think it goes great with my silver hair, but you can take black and white and even very affordable, low-cost pieces and put them together in a way to create elevated, timeless looks. Now, for context, I am 5'1", and this hits me perfectly right above my knee. So if you're a leggy girl, like 5, 7, 8 and above, this could be a little mid-thigh on you. But hey, if you got the legs for it, sis, go for it. I love this square neckline that is repeated in the back. Oftentimes with black and or white, people sometimes assume you have to pair it with silver jewelry. I actually went in for the gold. During the intro, I had a tennis necklace on and I switched that out for a gold necklace with a drop pearl because I wanted to play on the gold and mother of pearl earrings that I already had on. Very simple stack of jewelry that includes a white bracelet and my white ceramic watch, which is also one of my favorites during summer. And I'm a high heel girl, so I paired it with some cool mesh pumps. These are some oldie but goodies that I got from Zara several years ago. Now, one of the things about my fashion vlogs, I'm very much about shopping your closet first. So for most of these items, there's not going to be a link because I've had these pieces for a while, but I'll try to find some things that are similar. The idea is that I want to inspire you to go in your closet and replicate some of these principles on your own. For a purse, I've got a couple of options. One of my favorite Kate Spade bags is a patent leather with a white and red accent. Thick clutches have been in for quite a while. This actually has a shoulder strap on it. I took it off and just decided I could wear this as a clutch. However, if I wanted something a little smaller or daintier, another one of my favorites is this beaded black and white bag that I snagged from Walmart this spring. And this is a great choice actually because the floral design here kind of mimics the flower design in the dress. And of course, we can't do anything without sunnies. And I went for a little bit of a square cat eye on this because while this style can lean to a very youthful look, which I actually love, the square cat eye kind of gives it a little bit more of an edgy look. It's kind of the softness of the eyelet and the puffy sleeves combined with the edginess of the square cat eye. And there you have it. The right fabrics can make all the difference in the world between being comfortable and being miserable on the Gulf Coast and anywhere where the temperature rises a little bit. Now, of course, there are always events where heels might not be perfect. Say an outdoor party and you know you're going to be walking in the grass. A really beautiful flat sandal would work. And this white sandal is one of my favorite summertime flats. Works perfectly with this black and white. Still elevated, casual, cool, and comfortable, but in your flats. Now, on to the next outfit. Now, if that black and white dress was giving brunch or lunch with the girls, this eyelet dress is definitely giving bridal guests. A beautiful medium blue cotton fabric with a white eyelet design. It completely fits the body, but because it's cotton, it's still breathable. I've got good shapewear on, so it is giving snatched without being sweaty. Jewelry's still the same, the hair's still the same. The hair is going to be the same because it's summer and I want everything pulled back off of my face, even when my hair is down. This is the perfect summer wedding guest dress. And the only thing I would change would be the shoes, and that would depend on if it's a daytime wedding or an evening wedding. Now, if it's a daytime wedding, I'm going to go with this slingback. That's, again, one of my favorite summer shoes. Another oldie but goodie from Zara. When Zara does a good shoe, she really does a good shoe. Like, there's no in between. Anywho, I digress. But she is a couple of years old. I'll see if they have something similar right now on the website. This gold heel really elevates it. And I just love the rattan, the toe box. Now for an evening look, I'm going with these matching blue satin slingbacks. And in fact, I bought these shoes for a wedding. And so because I don't wear them very often, they've lasted this long. Very high heel, yes, but extremely comfortable. And Zara always has some good satin shoes. I'll definitely be on the lookout for something similar. But these are so comfortable. You can Cupid shuffle in these all day or all night, whatever the case may be. For a bag, actually, for either day or evening, I went with this, my little gold bag, because I just like the elevated feel that it gives you. I use for both casual and elevated events, but for this wedding guest look, I really, really like this. It's comfortable, but most importantly for summer, it is cool. And did we forget to talk about these ruffles at the hem? Yes, you do a little shimmy shimmy, not a whole lot, but yes, it's just that extra little. Okay, on to our next look. Style principle number 2 is all about the flow. It's about choosing fabrics and silhouettes that move and breathe with your body, that provide movement, ease, and elegance all at once. Because a flowing silhouette can often be more comfortable. And it's not about covering anything up. It's about letting your outfit breathe so that you can too. This very simple silhouette of an unfitted shirt dress and a flowy jersey silky type fabric checks all of those boxes. The silhouette is actually quite simple. It's the fabric, the colors, and the design that do all of the talking. A beautiful multicolored paisley that has captured literally every color of summer. Unlike a traditional shirt dress that might be buttoned at the wrist, this offers a full open bell sleeve. The collar is very loose. It's a very simple tie. You can leave it loose if you wanted to, or tie it slightly. Definitely would not put a bow. Again, left that same simple drop necklace, but I switched out the earrings for a design that sort of mimics the chain pattern of the necklace. Now, because this fabric and the color pattern, the paisley, has a lot of movement, and because I'm short, I opted for what is a nude shoe on me, and that's my Chocolate Mules, a favorite shoe that I want to use when I want to lengthen my legs a little bit, as much as you can lengthen a 5'1" frame. For a bag, again, with so many colors, so many options, I went with one of my favorites, this bright green quilted bag. I can wear it like this, which is a more elevated look, or if I wanted a sporty look, I could switch it to a shoulder bag. For sunnies, I went with a very sheer tinted lens because I didn't want anything to compete with all the movement that's going on in this fabric. This outfit works for a lot of different occasions. A summer party, an elevated brunch, just so many different things. It's frankly wherever you want to wear it. And just like the black and white outfit, if I wanted to, I could easily slip the mules off and add a white sandal or the sandal of your choice. But y'all know I'm a high heel girl. Easy, comfortable, elevated, but a cool, chic summer look.
You don't have to figure this out on your own. This 3-step routine is simple, and you can find it at Walmart.
You don't need a complicated routine, just something that works. And now you can find it at Walmart.
She's bold, she's beautiful. On to the next look. During the fall and winter, we can create a lot of dimension in our outfits by layering, by adding different textures, different types of fabrics. In the summer, it's too hot for that. And that brings us to style principle number 3. One and done pieces or essential. And when you talk about a one and done piece, you mean any item that stands alone on its own merit. It doesn't need any other accessories. It doesn't need a scarf. It is good to go. And this dress is a perfect example of that. There's a lot going on, lots of pleating, lots of movement, and just an amazing flow with lots of vibrant colors, coral, pink, and gradient splashes of both of those. Now, one of the commitments that I made to myself at the beginning of this year was to add more color to my wardrobe. And when I saw this dress, my natural inclination was to be like, ooh, she's a lot. But I am a woman of my word, and I had to give myself a chance with this dress. And I can honestly say, when I put her on, I just smile because she is such fun. This is another great elevated summer dress that would be so good at a wedding or any type of special event. Yes, it's long sleeves, but the fabric is almost sheer. So the bottom is lined, these tiny pleats, and they're not just in the sleeves, they're throughout the entire dress. And that's what gives it so much movement, not just the billowy fabric, but those beautiful pleats. And I'm so glad I took a chance and just put it on at home to just kind of live and move in it for a while. Now, normally with something that has this much going on, like the paisley dress, I would go with a neutral shoe to try and lengthen my leg. But with this dress, it was just like go big or go home. And I actually did have a pair of coral shoes. They've got a very comfortable block heel. And so a block heel is so much more comfortable than a stiletto. And you can wear it for so much longer without any discomfort at all. This is definitely an all day shoe, which I would normally wear with like white pants, and it would be like just my little pop of color. But like I said, with this dress, I decided to go big or go home. So for summer, look for that statement one and done piece with either a bold color combination like this maxi jumpsuit that I did in a previous vlog. Chiffon, billowy, arms are out, so it's super cool and comfortable. Another option, a summer slip dress with beautiful colors. This one also has a lot of movement in it, but these are all pieces that stand on their own. Now, one thing I did realize after getting this dress was that I didn't have a small white handbag. So now I could actually use this gold handbag, but going forward, I'm actually going to purchase a small white handbag to add to my accessory wardrobe. Because sometimes you'll get something in your closet and then you realize, oh, I'm missing that one little thing that will really take this outfit to the next level. And for this dress, it's a white handbag. So as it relates to your summer uniforms, remember, a one and done outfit is a uniform because it removes decision fatigue. Now here's something you may have noticed about our style principles so far. They're very simple. The dresses are simple. The outfits are one piece. The focus has been either the fabric, the colors, or the movement of the fabric. Minimal accessories, simple bags, and shoes. And that brings us to style principle number 4. Elegant summer dressing is often about restraint. More is not better. In fact, less is more focused, less is refined, and less is definitely comfortable and cool. Fewer pieces mean better proportion, intentional colors, one focal point. Now, this dress may dispel one of your summer dressing myths, and that is the notion that we can't wear knits. This is, in fact, quite a heavy knit, but what makes it a summer dress, beyond the color, is the cut. A deep square cut obviously sleeveless, and a moderate low back neckline. It hits me right above the knee. I actually have even opted not to wear a necklace because I'm allowing the neckline to be the feature of the dress. Which leads me to another thought. Sometimes your skin and your hair should also be considered a fashion accessory. So keep that in mind when choosing how to wear necklines and how little or how much jewelry to wear. Style principle number 5 is how to go from plain to polished. How do you take a simple, nondescript ivory tint dress like this from an everyday basic wardrobe staple to an elevated outfit perfect for a day party or summer evening soiree without adding layers or any other additional pieces of clothing to add to the heat factor? One simple word: accessories. The first look we've styled for this dress are accessories for a summer day party. Just in one word: fun. Starting with the necklaces. This is actually a stack that I bought from Zara last summer, and it came just like this. And when I initially bought it, I thought I would just wear them individually, right? Because I thought that's just too much. But I thought they put them together that way for fun. Put them on a blank slate, like a white t-shirt, or in this case, an ivory colored sleeveless dress, a blank canvas, and it lets the accessories speak for themselves. It just brings so much fun to the outfit. For shoes, one of my favorite pair of summer shoes, these Beverly Feldman mules. I've had them repaired multiple times because I love them so much. They are so fun. They've got rainbows and flowers and colorful birds. They just scream summer. And because they have every color in the rainbow, the color that I've chosen to pull out of the shoe is orange. I'm really embracing more and more orange lately, realizing that it looks pretty good with my skin tone. This patent leather orange brings a lot of brightness and lightness to the fabric. And again, just plain fun. Summer is the time, in my opinion, that you can take the most risk. Risk with colors, risk with accessories. Even if you don't go all in, maybe buy a shirt in a color you might not normally wear, a color that maybe you thought was too bold, too bright, too loud. Try it for summer. I used to feel that way about orange, not anymore.
I didn't go gray to make a statement. I did it because it felt like me.
And for sunnies, I actually have 2 pair of these shades. You may think that they're the same, but actually this one is more toasty, and these are maybe like a toasty pinky, and then these are just orange. But they have that very light tint, and I love them for the indoor outdoor feel. And so they become not just sunglasses, but an accessory that you can actually keep on when you go indoors, because you can still have conversations with people. They can see your eyes and it's not weird. So that is why I'm leaning more and more into these very, very lightly tinted glasses. But this makes a perfect, fun summer outfit. So think of some plain item that you have in your closet, maybe a shirt dress, or maybe a pair of jeans with a plain white tee, and then go all out with accessories and a bright purse and wild shoes. And just as an example, using accessories to elevate the outfit. And remember, you're not adding any additional layers. You're not putting things on to make you hotter. You're just accessorizing to bring more fun and life into your outfit. So now I'm going to switch the accessories and take this dress into evening, maybe a little summer cocktail hour. I could have left the sandals on, but I decided to go with something a little bit more conservative on the shoe because I still wanted to be a little bit extra. I mean, it's the cocktail hour. I went with jewel tones with the accessories. The earrings are pretty subdued. It's the necklace that's the statement piece. And then for a purse, I went with my Patricia Nash It has the same colors that are in the jewel tone necklace or in this bag. The difference is that this is flat and this is sparkly. So at first glance, it seems like it doesn't work, but it absolutely does. So remember, things don't have to be matchy-matchy. They just need to complement each other. And then the shoes, very neutral because they're the same as the dress. And then that gold heel, you saw that earlier, that just picks up on everything. The color is in the bag and it also matches the dress. So there you have it, two completely different looks with one simple dress simply by changing the accessories. I didn't change my makeup, my lipstick, the hair still pull back off the face. Keeping it simple, chic, cool, comfortable. I hope these tips have shown you that summer is not working against your fashion style. You just need a different framework for how to select your clothing, starting with your fabrics, your cut, silhouette, and your accessories. And you can do this with our 5 easy style principles. 1, fabrics matter more than trends. 2, flow beats tight every single time. 3, one and done pieces are essential to your summer wardrobe. 4, sometimes elegant summer dressing is all about restraint. Style principle 5, accessories can take your outfit from plain to polished without adding any additional layers, meaning no additional heat. So I want to know in the comments, which one of these style principles are you going to implement first? Remember, sometimes we don't need more clothes. We just need a better framework, a better strategy, and a better system. We need pieces that allow us to feel like ourselves in every season. Revisit those style principles every single time the temperature rises and you walk into your closet feeling overheated and overwhelmed, because this is your blueprint for elegant summer dressing without adding the heat. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of The Beauty of Aging. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and please comment. Y'all know I love chit-chatting with you down in the DMs. Join us on Fridays at 10 o'clock Eastern right here on YouTube. Well, the entire Beauty of Aging community gathers for our Friday morning chit chats at 10 o'clock Eastern. We talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, fitness, wellness, a variety of topics, but they're all issues that are important to you, the woman who's unapologetically growing bolder. Also, don't forget to join our Beauty of Aging Facebook group, where you not only get to chit chat with me, but you get to chit chat with each other. The link is going to be down in the description. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, I love getting your comments on content recommendations and any challenges you might be having with silver hair care, fashion, lifestyle, or fitness. We are here for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you the next time on The Beauty of Aging. Take care, y'all.